We're back. It's been a minute. I know. It's been a minute since we've seen each other on this YouTube channel. But yeah, man, in the background, so much has been going on. The label, of course, Club Record. A new project that I've started called Wavy, which is also picking up steam at the moment. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second. And of course, my new podcast, Everyone is a DJ, with my co-host Wesley G, which is out every Tuesday, new episode out every Tuesday, and our newest episode just dropped yesterday. Okay, so Wavy. So Wavy is a new service aimed at producers. If you need mixing, mastering, track feedback is arguably our biggest service, right? So if you have a track that you just finished, or you want a soundboard, someone with professional experience to listen to it and give you feedback, we are your people. So send us your track. We're also giving away free assessments. So I'm going to include the link in the description. I'm going to include the link on the screen and information on the screen, so you can send us your projects, your track, for a free assessment, and we can tell you what we think. All right. Now that the intro is out of the way, let's get into this Black Coffee and David Guetta interview. What an interview. It was about 30 minutes, but main takeaways for me, right? I've got a few here, but let's start with the first one, which is pre-recorded set. So Black Coffee was very honest about this, about the pre-recorded set. You know, when it comes to bigger shows with orchestras and singers and there's different elements involved, those usually are pre-recorded sets. That being said, although the set might be pre-recorded, he's still, of course, mixing. He's still doing his thing, adding signature sounds, doing the Black Coffee effects, etc. Right? So there is still an element of artistry and real-time performance in these pre-recorded sets. Those shows just have so many different variables, so many different components that go into the performance. So it makes sense for it to be a pre-recorded set rather than recording live. DJing as an art is such an unpredictable thing. It's such a feeling thing, right? So if there's a schedule, if there's a set flow of how a performance should go, it's difficult for it not to be pre-recorded, right? So completely understand that, but that was a quite interesting point from the interview. Another takeaway from the interview that I enjoyed was about taking risks. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I'm a true believer in taking risks and finding your own path and your own road and your own lane, right? And in this specific industry, in this specific space, this is an extremely hard thing to do successfully. It requires confidence, it requires true self-belief, and I think a lot of people think that they have that, but right, doing something that most people are not going to agree with at the beginning and for a long time until it works takes so much self-confidence. So yeah, they were talking about this and the fact, I mean, David Guetta touched on when he was really successful in life was when he took the biggest risks and did his own thing. So yeah, keep that in mind. That was a cool takeaway from this interview. The most important point, I think, of this interview was when Black Coffee touched on the African tag that gets attached to awards, categories, events, right? And different conversations around art, right? And I think this is a important point because it does cause for the artist, you know, whether it's Black Coffee or another African artist or wherever you may be from in the world, to be undermined, right? And the question here is, why does a new category need to be created? Why can I not be in the same category as everyone else? Why do I have to be in this lesser category to be invited at the event, right? So Black Coffee touched on the fact that if he gets nominated for Afro House DJ of the Year, things like that, he tells his team, take me out. And this is to kind of reinforce that narrative and reinforce the fact that he wants to be considered in kind of international and worldly awards that invite everyone and not just a certain few. So I think that was quite cool. You know, towards the end of the interview was quite exciting. It was quite exciting to hear that Black Coffee is ready to release music. You know, he was referring to Titanium, and Titanium, of course, monumental hit, monumental record by David Guetta and Sia. You know, and Black Coffee was saying, I'm ready for my Titanium moment. I'm ready for that album that has no fillers, that album that every single record in that disc is a single, every single record in that disc slaps. Yeah, it was a good interview. There were so many other points, so many other kind of nuggets and moments that I thought were interesting. I'll leave it there. I'll let you guys watch the interview if you haven't already. If you have, let me know what you enjoyed about the interview. Of course, we cannot have a Manu video without previewing some unreleased, without previewing some exclusive locked IDs. So I'm going to play one. This is Ajna' Forest coming out on Friday. Shout out to Ajna' for sending this to me. Let's take a listen. Exclusive.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Exclusive.